I thought that he was going to be sending WrestleMania 22, but I can understand why he's going to send WrestleMania 18, since it came from his hometown. And if he's going to do a WrestleMania marathon like he did last year and the year before, he's probably going to start off with WrestleMania 6, since that's where it also was aired in Toronto. But as for WrestleMania 18, for the final WrestleMania to have the WWF logo, it's a really one of the most best WrestleManias, even though that there are other WrestleManias better than this. I think that this WrestleMania is the same heights as WrestleMania 31. I mean, you got so many matches, the final match involving the Hardcore Championship match, which I think they probably want to have it all over the place since this is the final time we're ever going to see it. And the Rock vs. Hulk Hogan match was a really great dream match. And the main event was pretty good. I really think that everything in this pay-per-view is probably what WrestleMania should have been, what WrestleMania should be all the time. Anyway, let's begin. Yeah, obviously. You're probably going to say that again if you're going to send WrestleMania 16.
Is awesome, no doubt. And beginning WrestleMania with an epic performance is exactly how you pump up the audience for the upcoming event. Really wish WWE would do this again in the present day.
Yeah.
To a lot of fans, it's bigger than the Super Bowl.
Sadly, not anymore, for whatever insane reason.
The biggest WrestleMania.
This WrestleMania will be the biggest of all time cliche. I believe this is the 18th time we've heard it, and maybe this upcoming year it will be the 35th time we've heard it. Sky Dome is a baseball field. I feel really bad for the fans sitting on the floor, considering they more than likely can't see shit past the person in front of them. Hence why I prefer to sitting in the rising stands at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Is anyone going to tell William Regal that he's wearing the Intercontinental Championship upside down? Just me? Okay. William, you're wearing the Intercontinental Championship upside down.
Wow. That was weird.
What is up with William Regal always falling a different way after getting kicked down? Anyone else notice that? This sequence of William trying to fish his brass knuckles out of his penis goes on for quite some time.
Jeez.
Only 10 minutes into WrestleMania, and there's already a begging for mercy's head. I guess we're just going to get this stuff out of the way so they don't come to bother us later. Boob kick. Wait, what? Royal Regal.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of
Wait.
issues with my R's.
Alright, there we go. Hate freaking tongue twisters. William has
Yeah.
not one but two pairs of brass knuckles in his trunks? Man, if he ever landed on his Regals, I'd feel twice as bad.
Oh my god.
Word of advice, do not ever bring brass knuckles with you for a match at WrestleMania. And especially don't bring in two pairs. You'll screw up and lose your title. Christian's creepy smile.
Yeah.
Previously on WWF.
I'm so over those temper tantrums.
Based on what's about to come up, Christian is either lying to Lillian Garcia or lying to himself. Or possibly both.
Canada or Florida, you'd move too, wouldn't you?
Fuck you!
Here we go.
Pre-match assault. They've done studies about this, 60% of the time, it doesn't work. Every time. Title theft.
That night? On that night, he hadn't even started wrestling.
What the hell just happened there? Christian throws Diamond Dallas Page across the ring, DDP pauses, and Christian, who was watching, might I add, just let him take advantage. Take a guess who loses this match, too.
Well, the last two WrestleManias, Christian has been on the winning end.
Only because he was with Edge. I'm just saying. This is Christian's first singles match at WrestleMania, so whatever good luck he had in the last two WrestleManias is irrelevant.
The divorce.
Copy bang infringement. Yeah, I know what I said.
Infringement.
The crowd's bored tempted starting a wave.
Turning.
Come on, Jerry. Can we go through at least one WrestleMania in this era without you cheerleading anyone? Just one? After that, I'll never bother it again.
Christian,
Post-match promo.
how embarrassing is that?
I'm sorry, but I was never a big fan of Christian's temper tantrum phase. Honestly, it was just embarrassing.
Yeah, but I mean, even his tempo championship from Over the Limit 2011 was way better than this.
Also said at least once per year.
Determine who will go down as the greatest ever.
Well, whether one wins or loses a match, being the greatest ever is a matter of opinion, and there are no facts to it, no matter how accomplished someone is.
Yeah.
The Rock owning Jonathan Coachman has been some of the funniest interviews I've ever seen. It actually made me excited whenever Rock was about to get interviewed.
Yeah,
These
it's
days,
just
I'm
sad
bored with
that
every interview.
you're never going to see this stuff ever again.
Sadly, no. Skip.
A quick shout out. What in the blue hell What's wrong with you?
The Rock would be a great co-host for CinemaSins 2 Expansion. That's exactly what I was about to say. Ceiling cam. Goldust has gold trash cans. I don't see how that's going to be any different from a normal trash can considering it's just painted, but okay. Jerry Lawler was laughing, not because Maven got thrown into the barricade, but because Maven accidentally kicked that guy wearing the pink shirt in the face. And now I feel bad for laughing too. I'm surprised that cookie tray isn't also painted gold.
Hardcore matchup with anything goes.
In case you somehow don't know what happens at a match literally titled a hardcore match. Man, that was just awkward, considering Goldust never got hit with a trash can, and also because the trash can actually balanced itself on Goldust's feet momentarily. Quit counting so fast. It's like this referee is not even remotely interested in officiating a hardcore match. Yes, the 24/7 rule is confusing, but at the same time, it's freaking epic
Yeah.
because you never know who's going to suddenly
Wait
appear
till
and
they're
win the
doing
Hardcore
this at
Championship.
WrestleMania.
We are hyping up the WWF Undisputed Championship match, despite the fact that it's not taking place for another 2.5 hours.
Jeez. Why do
Okay, I
people
was
keep
fine with
doing
having a
that?
performance at the start of the show, but after we just went through 3 matches and have a lot more to go, a second concert at the 40-minute mark is not the best idea, even if the band is drowning. Since the hardcore title is defended under the 24/7 rule, I'm surprised the entire WrestleMania is not consisted of constant title changes in hardcore matches. That was one of
Oh
the
my
coolest
God.
things I've seen tonight. Another 2 cents off. No, that's Ron Simmons' line, or at least it's gonna be. Previously on something we just saw less than 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Can someone please turn up Howard Finkel's microphone? We can't hear him say anything during Kurt Angle's entrance.
I want to shoot myself in the freaking head.
Sarcasm about suicide. After attacking Kane from behind, Kurt Angle's going to town on the air. Those are some nasty shots. Kurt Angle's making it his mission to miss Kane completely. Like he literally stomped on the ring canvas for no reason, and since Kane didn't react, that made it worse. Nothing's more annoying in this match than hearing Jerry Lawler
No,
shout
I mean,
more
he
head
is
trauma
funny,
with
but at
every
the same time,
suplex
he
Kurt
mostly
delivers to
tries
Kane.
way too hard to
Lord.
be funny.
I can understand if hitting suplexes was Kurt's thing, but it's literally one of the only things he does in this match. And I thought watching Brock Lesnar doing that 12 years later was boring. Attempted mask ripping.
But at least he has other moves to do other than
I'm
that.
throwing in 3 sins because not only did Kurt use the ropes for leverage on his victory, but the referee completely ignored the fact that Kane's entire left shoulder was off the mat throughout the pinfall. What the freaking
Oh my
hell?
God.
None of these women notice the obvious silhouette of the Hurricane, especially when they're literally looking in that direction. Also, the entire existence of the scene. The Undertaker pauses just to get a good look at Jerry Lawler's outfit before continuing on. That's a little unusual. Oh, damn, I cringed so badly at that moment. Ric Flair runs into the ring, hell-bent on getting revenge on The Undertaker for assaulting his son, and immediately slips upon entering the ring. Who forgot to clean up the ice in the ring? The match has started. You can turn off Rick's music now. Commentator constantly reminds us of the no disqualification rules as if we didn't even know about a cliche. By saying the Flair family tree needs a little trimming, Jerry Lawler basically just said that members of Ric Flair's family needs to die. And Jesus,
Oh my
that's
God.
disrespectful as hell, character or not.
Oh my God, 5 cents
Man,
at
you gotta
it.
feel bad for Rick, thinking that he could actually flip onto the turnbuckle the way Shawn Michaels does it, especially at his age.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for letting us know what the referee's name was as if we even care. Blood on the camera. Can someone please clean that up? Jerry Lawler doesn't realize that The Undertaker isn't bleeding whatsoever, and the face that's bleeding is actually Rick's. How many times am I going to facepalm during this match? Wrestler has the chance to defeat his opponent, and he intentionally breaks up the pinfall instead of winning the match cliche.
At least he still wins the
Ric
match.
Flair falls back and accidentally gives Undertaker a low blow, who somehow doesn't react to his dead men getting kicked. I know the reason for the D's Nuts sign in 2002 was likely because the fan holding him must have listened to Dr. Dre's song of the same name. But when you live in the present day, looking at that sign makes you think of something entirely different.
Yeah.
We don't need a reminder of this match being no disqualification for every weapon shot we see in this match, you know. I guess it takes 2 low blows before The Undertaker actually feels any results. What an asshole. The way Arn Anderson stuck at that spinebuster to The Undertaker and immediately ran out, it's like he's concerned of Rick getting disqualified since the referee is recovering. I suppose Arn is the only one who doesn't know about the stipulation in this match.
Oh.
You can clearly tell that Undertaker is bracing himself for an oncoming chair shot that is taken forever to come. Last right attempt failed. Undertaker assaults the referee after winning the match because... reasons.
I'm a highly intelligent man. I got glasses.
Booker T believes that just because he's wearing glasses, that makes him intelligent. It takes more than glasses.
Yeah, especially he's not wearing them during his match against
Sorry, but
Edge.
hearing the echo effect of the ring announcing is honestly annoying me.
Shampoo for Booker T.
The constant non-stop talk about shampoo commercials. Forgive me if my memory is a little blank, but is this seriously the reason why Edge and Booker T are facing off at WrestleMania?
Oh my
Those two
God.
assholes in the background walking around with their giant ENC signs. You're blocking the view of the crowd.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Jeez.
The referee counts to 4, then proceeds to argue with Booker about why he's not backing off of Edge. You should have just continued the count to 5 and disqualified him, playa. Edge is addicted to Booker's tees, or Booker T's suckers. Whichever one is better.
Booker T's.
Damn it, Booker, you had one job. One job. Booker doing the spinneroonie before or after his matches is fine, but literally during the match is a very bad idea.
Wow.
More copyright infringement.
Mhm.
Also an additional sin because Edge screwed up the infringement of copyright while committing it at the same time. Jerry's laugh is basically my reaction too. Did not expect Molly Holly to suddenly win the hardcore title out of nowhere. That was hilarious and awesome. Because why else is Stone Cold Steve Austin aggressively coming down the ramp dressed to fight? Since this is the first time I've mentioned it, I am removing another sin because of the effects and graphics displayed
Yeah,
for the NWO's
really disappointed that the NWO didn't have an actual real one with the WWE after this.
We have seen
I
countless
mean,
occasions
they
of
did,
wrestlers
but it
having
all
someone be
ended
in the corner
July.
at ringside over the years, but only now does Jim Ross have a problem with it, apparently. Kevin Nash accompanying Scott Hall is considered crossing the line, I guess. The weird arm motions the referee is doing while counting Steve Austin. The referee clearly completed the 5 count, and somehow Steve hasn't been disqualified in this match. What the actual hell, man? Steve's leg is in the air despite the fact that Scott isn't even hooking it. I get that the referee has his eyes on Scott, but how does he not hear the obvious sound of Steve getting knocked back down by Kevin? The referees do have ears, right? The referee gets knocked down at the crucial point of the match cliche, or in this case, intentionally knocked out. Steve clearly hit the stunner on Scott just then. He's just about to hit the stunner on Kevin right now. There might not be any available referees for the rest of the night.
I feel bad for the referees in this
If
event.
that's the case?
It's like the 6th time. Oh my God!
Obviously on WrestleMania Access.
6th
The live
time
performance for
or
the Dudley
something.
Boys was another great addition to the WrestleMania entrances tonight. Jesus, this is an audience of over 68,000
Yeah, I noticed
people,
that
and
every time I
everybody's
watch
completely
the
silent for the
entrances
entrance of the
in this
APA.
match.
That's when you know something is wrong here.
Yeah, an audio problem.
The way Bradshaw was just laying there, I honestly think he would have been successfully pinned 20 seconds into this match if the referee immediately started counting. We're in the middle of a fatal 4-way tag team title match, and all Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler are doing is argue about board of directors. Bubba Ray Dudley actually believes that Chuck is going to tag him in simply because Bubba asked him to. Although, if I were Chuck, I actually would have tagged my team out of the match because then my team wouldn't have to be involved in any eliminations until it came down to the final 2 teams. Billy tagged in Devon Dudley. The referee was clearly dealing with Farouk and didn't see the tag, and somehow the tag was legal. No offense, but those are some of the weakest
Yeah,
punches Farouk
really
is connecting.
sad. Especially his final years in the
Jeff Hardy just
WWE.
tried to pin Devon Dudley, I'd say those two are the legal men.
Ooh.
What? Beth is waiting right now for Jeff back at home so she can kick his ass for doing that. But Jesus, Jeff is a lucky bastard. Also, a further sin is added because that is technically sexual assault. Can someone please smack whoever's honking that stupid air horn?
Yeah,
Jesus, that's
what's the
annoying.
point of the air
Make those
horns in
things.
these events?
You just had to say that, didn't you? That's Matt Hardy, not Jeff. Jim Ross keeps mixing the brothers up so much it might as well be a cliche at this point. Victory due to using illegal weapons behind the referee's back is always a sin.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, but that was funny as hell. The way Molly Holly got whacked in the face by that door.
Stand back. There's a new champion coming.
What are you, the Hurricane? Who most likely is still turned on by the Godfather's hose from earlier tonight. This type of icon versus icon match is definitely worth removing 10 cents from the counter just because of its existence. Not a lot of matches are worth that, but this one sure is.
Yeah.
And we have copy rock infringement upon us.
Is that the new thing you're gonna keep doing from now on? Like, having one insert some of the
The
names?
nostalgia nostalgia is building up to the point of exploding in excitement.
Like have inserting the wrestlers' names into the world copyright.
Awesome.
I think that's going to be a thing from now on,
Don't
I
jinx
bet.
it, Jerry. Hulk's going over the top rope upon getting punch attempt failed. Here's to hoping there's not too many of these moments in this classic match. Wah, wah. Hulk trying to expose the people's ass cheeks to the crowd. Yeah, I heard what I said. Don't make a big deal out of it. Jeez, fast count much? This referee is obviously hoping Hulk wins the match. I bet he's secretly a member of the NWO. Fighting. Hulk is choking The Rock, who's not even reacting to it whatsoever, acting like he's not even getting strangled. Poor selling by The Rock. About time we actually see the referees yank the weapons away from the wrestlers. Rock trying to ruin this classic by getting himself disqualified just so he can have a chance to whack
That
Hulk
would have
with a
been
chair.
at 50
Good job on
cents
the
or
referee's
more.
part. Holy shit, that was one of the most
And
brutal
I feel
ways
bad
to see
for
a referee
the
get knocked out
referees
at the
in this
crucial
event
point of the
again.
match. Cliche. Wait, let me try that again. Wrestler submits when the referee is unconscious, thus it doesn't count. Cliche. Damn, 2 in a row. Hulk is a dick to Rock's, people's, shit, I can't come up with anything at the moment. You guys can help me. The audience in my hometown can agree with me when I say this is one of the coolest WrestleMania moments of all time. The Rock has his arm over Hulk, following the rock bottom, and the referee isn't counting for whatever reason. Not really NWO of you, Hulk Hogan. I bet Hulk regrets shaking hands with The Rock by now. That's like the 7th or 8th time that WWF has thrown the forcible entry on our faces during the show.
Seriously, why?
Knock it off already. Howard Finkel sounded less than interested in announcing Trish Stratus, especially when she's in her hometown of Toronto. What an
A lot of
asshole.
disappointment. I think that's pretty much everyone else's reaction when it comes to
Lita is on the top
talking
rope.
to
That's
where
Trish
they
Stratus,
live
whose
in the
shoulders Jazz
locations
was
that they're
sitting
in.
on. Not hard
That's
to tell the
just
difference between Lita and
wrong.
Trish. No idea why Trish randomly decided to do a
I
corkscrew
think-
flip from a back body drop, but I suppose it's
I think
whatever.
she
And
was just
whatever
trying
is a
to
sin.
make a calendar or something.
Oh, that's it? Huh. This women's title match near the main event at WrestleMania felt really uncompetitive and uninteresting. What the hell,
Not
man?
enough time, I bet.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's kind of a good thing that Christian ended up losing the Hardcore Championship right here. Otherwise, I would fear for whatever he was going to do to it in the vehicle. Parking lot temper tantrum. I like Drowning Pool very much, but I still would much rather prefer Motorhead's version of the game. Nothing against this version, I'm just saying that Motorhead's version is better.
Let's continue.
No offense, but quiet, JR. Live music is playing. You don't talk during live music. That one moment when you realize that throughout Chris Jericho's entrance, both JR and Jerry Lawler were talking more about Stephanie McMahon and less about Chris himself. He's the first ever undisputed WWF
Yeah,
champion.
and this
What
is
wrong
the
with you?
only WrestleMania he's main eventing.
Referee
Like,
making
what
sure
the
he slaps
heck?
all the asses tonight. He's probably going to exit the ring and do the same to Stephanie. That fall into the barricade was so brutal that it caused Chris to jump forward and throw himself into the crowd on his own power. Sad how the Spanish announce table can't even go through a WrestleMania event without having their table either get destroyed or be prepared to be destroyed. Chris has been attacking Hunter's bandaged up leg for the last 2 minutes, and yet Hunter can somehow put all his weight on that same leg without so much as twitching in pain.
No selling.
WWF logic, am I right?
She dumped those fingernails.
Aha, you fell.
Don't do it, Triple H.
Why shouldn't Hunter pedigree Stephanie? After all, she put him through hell leading up to this match. The referee somehow didn't hear that despite being literally beside Hunter.
Damage to his own leg.
Whatever the
Wow,
hell
what a
that was supposed to be.
botch.
Hold it, Y2J. We need that.
Really? Like you ever cared about your TV monitors getting taken away over the years? Besides, the night is almost over.
Yeah. And you can look at the
What does it
lane.
look like he's doing?
Into the zone to be the best.
Heel wrestler thinks he won the
Really?
match, unbeknownst
With
to his
no
opponent,
music or the
grabbing
bell
ropes to break the
ringing,
submissional cliche.
that's stupid.
Wow, this is a shocking WrestleMania moment. The referee got shoved over and he did not get knocked out.
Especially,
This might
it
be
was
the most
how
historic
it
moment of
was.
this event.
I can't spell the name.
Come on, how did the referee not hear that?
Uh.
Literally impossible. I'm sorry, but that's worth a triple sin. A Triple H sin. Okay, I'm sorry. To end this video, I'll definitely remove those 3 sins I just added as a congrats to Hunter for pulling through the injury, dealing with Stephanie, and not giving in to Chris Jericho's tactics. That was definitely an awesome way to culminate WrestleMania. Come back to Toronto soon.
Yeah. Let's just hope that will be a possibility. Anyway, that was WrestleMania. Everything wrong with WrestleMania 18 from Christian Miracle. And to be quite honest, I kind of enjoyed this WrestleMania, and even though I was kind of a little disappointed that you were not going to send WrestleMania 22, I'm okay with you sending this one since this was from your hometown. And if you're gonna be able to still gonna be making videos next WrestleMania season, let's hope that you probably do a really good WrestleMania marathon like you did last year and the year before. 3 to 4, we don't know what's going to happen, but I really think I'm going to be looking forward to watching WrestleMania 35, even though that there are some bits and pieces that we're not going to agree with. You know, Charlotte winning the SmackDown Championship. Jeez, they're going to do the same thing like in WrestleMania 30. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm only Fanboy for you, and I'll see you later this week when I do my YouTube tribute and my review on the MOP Season 9 premiere.